A march to honor Nelson Mandela and remember his contribution to the welfare of this country, but to also encourage South Africans to unite. More critically, though, to ensure that Mandela's legacy is preserved, especially at a time when some have started to question it.
We're doing it for Madiba. We are doing it because he worked for this country. He sacrificed so that we can be free. He sacrificed so that we can have a democracy.
It is to remember the principles and the tenets that Granddad and his comrades lived for. A society that cares for one another, a society that is non-racial, and a society that is thriving with an economy that is thriving, and a society of integrity.
Liberation stalwart George Bizos is grateful that South Africa continues to celebrate the former world statesman.
I salute all of you and thank you for coming in order to remember Nelson Mandela, with whom I had a friendship for over 65 years. I want to thank those responsible for organizing the memory of Nelson Mandela.
Other leaders called on South Africans to use this time to reflect.
I want us to use this time to reflect and ask ourselves, are we still living according to the principles of Utatu Nelson Mandela? Are we still chasing after the vision of a free society that is not racial, that is not sexist, or are we still trapped in those bondages that he fought against all those years?
For ordinary South Africans, Mandela personifies the narrative of reconciliation and the long triumphant march against segregation known as apartheid.
It's a way to carry the man's back. That's the only way you can show respect to someone of highest honor, and we know his contribution towards our democracy.
Madiba was our father, and we must follow his example.
He did something good for South Africa, so his legacy, we always have to keep it going.
I love that man very much because of he fought for us.
We are having this democracy because of him, because he fought for what we are having today. So today is a very special day, and we'll forever cherish it in our hearts.
Leaders here called on the youth to rise up and defend Mandela's legacy. Yolisa, Njamela, CCTV, Pretoria, South Africa.